Hey, log a day 178. Hey. Part of the irony, it feels to me, in talking about discipline is that there are a couple areas in my life that I'm not as disciplined right now as I should be. Namely in like eating and exercising. Still running, definitely not watching what I'm eating very much. And I kind of feel like blaming my lack of being settled for that, among other things. So maybe today we can talk a little bit about the effects of not being settled. At least someone was productive with that snow. The rest of us just let it half melt and freeze in the yard. One of the downsides to not being settled somewhere is I don't have my own workspace. Like I don't have a place that I can consistently and comfortably hang out and work. So I do love coffee shops. I'll always work in coffee shops, but you know, it'd be nice to not need to. Don't get me wrong, I love coffee shops, that's not the problem. It's just that you never really have a place to leave your stuff, to get set up and just know that you can find it and continue working with it the way that you left it. And that's one thing. And also you don't have a place to fall back on that isn't a coffee shop. Had to spend 45 minutes on the phone with the IRS to convince them that I had in fact already paid them the $3,000 they were asking me for. Not my favorite way to spend a morning, but it's over, and now I can go eat food with the very pleasant knowledge that I don't, in fact, need to come up with $3,000 to send to the IRS. I think I shared this once before, but one of the craziest parts of this year, as this year's has been nuts and terrible, is that I think I paid more in taxes for 2015 than I've made in 2016. I also can't control the sound in any of these places, so that makes filming yourself really difficult when you don't have a space to do it. Not that I can't, I like filming the car outside. It's not like having a studio or anything like that. I certainly don't need much space. I just, like a bed and a desk is about it. Not that this house is particularly appealing anyways, just in its current state, but there's something about having at least your own little nook where you can leave your stuff, get your work done, sleep. It's one of the things I miss about Paris, because at least I had that much, and it was mine. I guess that's really the weird tension introduced by my chosen lifestyle, because I don't really want a house. Like, I don't want to be tied down to something like this, but I do want a home base. Like an apartment in Paris would be great, somewhere to call my own, fall back on, but something that doesn't really require a lot of maintenance or require me to be around. I mean, so basically the toll is that I feel a little bit restless, and sometimes it does kind of stress me out, not knowing where I necessarily belong. But on the other side, like, it's really nice not having any stuff or a lease, anything like that, because I'm free to go wherever I want and do whatever I want, so long as I have a little bit of money, which is always key. I thought about it because my friend Kathy wrote me a text this morning, just reminding me that 6 years ago today, she took me to the airport to head to South Africa to join Mercy Ships. And that was like, not the very beginning, but basically the beginning of a journey of just not owning anything or being anywhere for very long. Like, I sold everything I owned, left, got on a ship, and sailed around and didn't really have a home then or after or even now. And I've gotten really used to it in a lot of ways, and there's a part of me that would love to, take a job and have an apartment and just kind of be in one spot. There's that part of me that thinks, man, that you're giving up on so much adventure. There's so much of the world left to see, there's languages left to learn, foods to try, people to meet. Even though I've got some kind of like difficulties with discipline, that would be easier if I had certain things kind of locked down and I wasn't worried about them or thinking about them. At the same time, it affords me some real freedoms that I would not be able to have any other way. So I'm not complaining. Anyways, those are my thoughts today. Helped to do some flooring in the house today. Got a little bit of writing done on Agnar's box. Tried to write the Black Knight's Apprentice a little bit. I need to add like 20 or 30,000 words to that. And didn't have the energy because I was up until like 2 in the morning and then got up way too early this morning. So the brain wasn't functioning quite at the level I needed it to be that active. But anyways, tomorrow is a new day, and I'm excited for it. And I should probably go running tomorrow. Probably should.